Employee Engagement and Commitment by Anthony Payne. Emerging Trends in Human Resource Management, Employee Engagement and Commitment Problems Issues Facing Organizations. Since 2020, and even before the 2019 COVID pandemic, organizations have had problems and issues finding and retaining good employees. Before the pandemic, it was pretty much business as usual. Since then, many companies had to take a closer look at how the organization is structured and what type of company culture and hiring practices the company should initiate to acquire talented employees that would be a good fit for the company to capture more market share. The days of traditional human resource procedures were proving not to be as effective for the company regarding cost, employee production levels, and company culture. It is becoming more apparent that a shift is required from the top down to take advantage of the present business environment, realizing that, for the most part, gone are the days of traditional hiring and firing procedures. The Human Resource Department, HR, was paper-pushing and overseeing employee performance, sometimes with an iron fist approach. Today's new problem consists of scouting out the right person for the job of helping the company expand its position in the market. Mostly, companies are not looking for a person to do a robotic task. Many of those positions have been replaced with robots and AI. However, there are still organizations, like Amazon, looking for workers to fill such a position. Even if the company uses AI and robotics, there must be oversight and creative thinking to handle problems when they arise. There is an awakening within companies that human capital can offer more value to the company than was previously considered. This value comes from hiring individuals with diverse skills outside the specific job requirements. Companies also realize that this now applies to the Human Resource Department, understanding that problems previously outsourced using other services could directly be handled within the company culture, unveiling the diversity and talent within the company's human capital. Short-term versus long-term problems. In the long term, companies realize that they will have more areas of concern if they don't acquire diverse skill sets that come with human capital for the short term. Companies are restructuring the terms and conditions and the operation procedures. An example is the condition of employees working from home, termed home shoring. Due to hiring costs and other factors, employers are seeking a commitment from employees. To achieve this level of responsibility for the long term, the company must find, retain, and train human capital to understand and develop skills beyond what the employment position calls for. Skills are appreciated, but in the short term, without the employee being deeply engaged and committed to the organization's success, the company may not reach stockholder goals, and the employee may need replacement, thereby causing more expense for the company. The company can fix this by offering a broader set of options for the employee's long-term concerns, such as longevity within the company and potential for financial growth, commission for sales and acquisition of new clients or research, getting good ratings on platforms like Trustpilot and the Better Business Bureau, BBB. These can work for the short term and the long term, but from the employee's long-term view, offering stock options and advancement within the company, along with more autonomy, creates a sense of hope, financial growth, and improvement within the organization. Molson Coors Brewing Company realizes commitment and engagement may bear fruitful results. Pros and cons of the issues. The pros and cons of these issues are varied. For the company, the pros are by obtaining human capital. The employee will propel the company forward into the future and retain employment with the company. From the employee's side, the cons are due to these new restructuring procedures and employee layoffs. There is a realization that as an employee in these times, one cannot expect to work for one employer and gain a comfortable retirement. The pros and cons of HR management vary depending on the company's position and the level of its employees' expertise. When viewed constructively, solutions can result in improved performance for the company and the employees. Conclusion, assumptions. Conclusion. Being surrounded by the right people is paramount to an organization's prosperity. The company is in a situation that requires a creative approach. Companies cannot just copy other organizations' blueprints on the matter because of the diversity and the inability to transfer conditions across organizations. There was a focus mostly on the company side of the issues faced. Deserving equal mention is the employee side of this study, which is what is in it for the employee. The conclusion is that if a person, regardless of position, feels a sense of self-worth and service to the community, Along with the opportunity to grow financially by working with a company, the chances of success for both parties are increased. Lastly, owners and persons in an authority position will obtain better results from employees if they communicate more openly when engaging with the people who are there to support them and the company.